So today we are going to do something really straightforward, okay? Nothing too complicated. It may look complicated at first, but I would say you already knew. It's just that transferring what you knew to this page right here. Now, the first task that we're going to do, okay, is like solving a puzzle. It's like solving a puzzle of, hey, can you find 4 consecutive integers, or find 4 consecutive odd numbers, or find 4 consecutive even numbers, okay? So now, since we are finding integers, we're finding some unknown, what's a better way to start than getting your unknown? The first unknown, let's call it x, okay? Let's have x right here. Okay, let's have an x right here to start. Now, and then we're going to look at the first puzzle first. Find 4 consecutive integers. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask you to do this. First, in your head, come up with an integer. Any integer, okay? And then thumbs up when you have it. All right, good. All right. So now think about this. Think about the next integer, okay? You have your own integer and then you find out the next one. Do you have it? Yes? Yes? What did you do to get it? You add how many? You add 1, right? So therefore, if you want to express the next integer, what would you write? X plus 1. Does it make common sense? Yeah. Okay. So that's the first integer. It's your x. The next one you add 1, so you have x plus 1. So guess what? The next one would be x plus 2 because you add 1 to the previous one. Then x plus 2, right? And the third one would be x plus 3. Let me get the pointer away. Does it make sense? It makes common sense, right? Would you say you knew it before? You might not have written something like this, but you knew the relationship. You knew the logic behind it, okay? So now let's look at the next one. Find 4 consecutive integers. So the first one would be x, and okay, go ahead. Think of any even number, any, okay? And thumbs up when you're set with that even number. All right, good. All right, now let's think about the next one. All right, the next one. Do you have the next one? What did you do to get the next one? Plus how many? How much? Add 2, right? So therefore, the next even number would be labeled as x plus 2. Make sense? Well, guess what? The next one would be x plus 4. And the one after? X plus 6. Common sense? It takes no learning. You knew it already. Okay, so it's nothing new, really. All right, now this one, it's nothing new, but you might find it a little bit surprising. Not sure, but let's see. All right, come up with an odd number in your head. Thumbs up when you have it. Good. And then think about the next odd number. What did you do to get the next odd number? Plus how many? 2, right? So therefore, you have the first odd number as x. The next one would be x plus 2. And then the next one would be x plus 4. And the next one will be? Anyone felt weird when you first saw this line right here? Anybody? Nobody? Really? I felt weird. Do you know why I felt weird? Yeah, I was thinking like, well, so if you get a list of odd numbers, so I thought I'm expecting to see 1, 3, 5, 7, not 2, 4, 6. Can you see my point of view? Okay, but then you start thinking like, wait, hold on. Think about this. Odd numbers are 2 units away from each other. So you do add 2 to get the next one, and then you add another 2 to get the following one, and then add 2 again for the one after. So therefore, you will find that these 2 rows, these 2 rows, they look exactly the same because the relationships are exactly the same because the numbers are exactly 2 units away from each other. So I don't want you to feel too surprised. I did because I was not very good in math. And you will hear me saying this all the time. I was not good in math when I was young. So let's look at example number 1. It says find 4 consecutive odd integers that the sum of the first and the fourth is 160. That's a long sentence. Let's break it down first. So we're going to find 4 consecutive odd integers. The very first step that a lot of people would skip, and you should not skip it, is that you have to write down the let statement. You got to write down that let x be the first odd integer. Okay? You got to write this down. For the first integer, first odd integer. And not only the first one, you have to write down the remaining 3. Now, I know there's a lot of writing and you may not like to write so much, and I'm going to give you some way to make it easier. So you can do this, okay? You can just put 2 dots or a little quotation mark right there to indicate that, right? It's all the same, okay? So you're only writing something new for the different portion, okay? The part that requires an update, you write that, and everything else, just go ahead, put the 2 dots there to show people that, hey, things are still the same. Let x plus 4 be the third odd integer, and then x plus 6 be the fourth odd integer. So just like what we did earlier, but we're gonna display what our 4 odd integers are. Okay. All right. So that should be easy. That's just labeling some stuff. Now, let's focus on this statement. Let's don't overread it, okay? It's a very simple statement. It sets the sum, so we're adding, okay? The sum of the first odd number and the fourth odd number is 160. So now I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Can you create an equation that translates to this part of the statement? The sum of the first odd integer and the fourth odd integer, it's 160. Can you write an equation that will illustrate this relationship? The sum of the first and the fourth, it's 160. Okay, go ahead, try something, put something on your paper. It's okay if it's wrong, but and then don't erase it if it's wrong. Okay, keep it there because there's a reason why you're writing it, and please try. Okay, please make sure that you try. The sum of the first and the fourth, it's 160. The first odd number and the fourth odd number, it's 160. So the right-hand side, we'll go ahead and write down 160. What should we write down on the left-hand side? If we say the sum of the first odd number, which is what? X. And I'm going to put parentheses so that I'm going to highlight it. It's the X, right? First odd number and the sum of the first and the fourth. So X plus 6. Okay. Do you think you can find out what X is? Go ahead, find out what X is. Find out what X is. Okay. X is equal to 77. Okay. Easy. Okay. So a lot, like we could give you different statements right here, but please don't overcomplicate the statement here. It's just that, hey, the sum of the first and the fourth. Okay. We are having 4 consecutive odd integers. So the sum of the first and the fourth, just these two, will give you 160. Are we done with this question? We are 25% done because we need to find 4 consecutive odd integers. We just got the first one done. So what are the remaining 3? The remaining 3 would be 77 9, 81, and then 83. Now we are completely done. Okay, so it's very understandable that some students got very excited with the fact that, hey, I got what x is 77. Boom, next question. Make sure you ask yourself, are you answering the question? Okay, make sure you're actually answering the question.